Going live. Hello and welcome to another episode. And we are psyched to have you guys with us tonight. We do have some things to cover tonight as far as the news and Bitcoin and the market in the shits. But first,
don't forget to subscribe, like, share, smash the bell, click the like, and make sure to make our day because we're going to try to make yours.
That's right. Smash that subscribe button. All right. So, where are we at?
I'm going to tell you where we're at. I bought my handy dandy prop. So that's where we are today. Do you have your toilet paper? Because I have mine.
That's where the market's at today is a big roll of toilet paper. Though, one more thing. We are doing another $25 free Ethereum giveaway. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment in there with your address. We will run that probably in about a day or two. We're going to pick somebody. We're going to give you $25 in free ETH. And with the price that ETH is at right now,
that's a steal.
It really is a steal. So, it's a good time to get that and to win.
Subscribe and make sure to ring that bell to keep getting wonderful notifications on every time that we're on here, because we're going to continue to do these wonderful promotions every time we have a large number of people. So
we're going to do these on an ongoing basis, moving on, just to continue to try and give back and keep people involved, because right now, when the market sucks, you just, it's like
the motivation.
The market sucks. There's no motivation. So we're going to try and, keep that going. Give a little bit of free ETH back. So, we did one over the weekend, had a winner over the weekend. We're going to do another one now. So go ahead, put your information in there, and we'll draw that winner either tomorrow or, probably tomorrow or the next day.
Tomorrow or Wednesday.
Yeah, tomorrow or Wednesday. I forget what day it is because today's Monday.
And again,
I keep thinking
to
it's
all
Sunday.
those who have served all over, I want to thank you so much for everything that you've done. And for those no longer with us, I thank you and your family for your sacrifice.
Definitely. All right. So quick look at the market. If you remember earlier last week, we were sitting at around 8,000 and we started to touch that 7,900. And I had said, if, we had support up until about 7,800, but if we broke 7,800, we would probably fall down to about 7,200. Well, we did that. And now we've broken 7,200. I think the next level of support, when I look at the charts and I look at all the TA, I'd say the next level of support is somewhere between 6,900 and 6,800. Hopefully we're going to hold that. If we don't hold that, then the next level of support is probably closer to, you're probably going to be looking at 6,500 or 6,200 after that.
On the plus side, if you have been waiting to get into a specific project for a good price point, this would probably be getting close to that time. Do I think that we're done going down? Maybe, but there's a good chance we have not seen the bottom yet.
Yeah, I mean, so we had a lot of FUD hit the news, and it seems to happen like that. It's like, not just one piece of FUD hits, and, whether you listen to some people say it's a coordinated attack. Some people say it's just coincidence. I'm not a huge believer in coincidences. So I don't know. I can't really say one way or the other. It just seems suspicious. It's not just once, not just twice, but since the correction happened, it's like every time FUD comes out, it then becomes a snowball effect, and all this other FUD hits, and it brings us down to the next level. And every time we try and creep up, and we start to recover, then a whole bunch more FUD's thrown at the market.
And not to sit there and say that this is, I'm not going to conspiracy this stuff. But
no.
I definitely see that when we go down to these bottoms and we start to come back up, interestingly enough, some other organization that didn't like cryptocurrency has gotten on board. So maybe this is just, why not get in when it's at a good price? We're not really great on it, but why not? Or maybe there's something more going on.
Yeah. So, that kind of goes into John McAfee. Basically came out. He put a video out. Was it yesterday? Was it yesterday? It was yesterday. Saying that there is a war on cryptocurrencies, that the SEC, the credit card companies, the government, whole slew of organizations are all involved.
Every time I hear that SEC thing now, I continually think of Eminem. I know it wasn't SEC, but I just hear SEC won't let me be.
Yeah, FCC, SEC. Yeah.
It just happened.
Well, the SEC won't let crypto be.
It won't let crypto be.
Getting a little bit of a wrap on there. So, John McAfee had that go out. Whether it's that much or not, I don't know, but it is, go read the article. I don't think that's what's affecting the market. There are a few things that I do think are affecting the market today.
Yes.
Polyonics, the exchange that essentially Goldman Sachs purchased.
This is a giant load of shit.
Yeah, this is just crap. So they put a freeze on legacy accounts and users can't access their funds. I understand what they're doing. They're trying to become compliant with the SEC. But at the end of the day, that's bullshit because that's those people's money.
Right.
And look, if you don't want them to be on there, if you need them to do KYC or something like that, that's fine. Make something out, put some sort of release out that says in order to.
Right. Polyonics, all they had to do is say, here we are, this date, we're going to be doing this compliance release. If you don't want to be part of that, then remove your funds, place them elsewhere. Yeah. But, they couldn't do that because if they did that, then they'd remove all the people they wanted to trap. Because now if you want your money, guess what? Either way, you have to find a way to admit who you are and you're trapped.
Yeah,
so
that's just bullshit. Let the people, if they don't want to submit that, fine. Let them have their funds and move them off onto another exchange. But now you're trapped because you either got to give your information to release them, or if you got to sue them, well, you still got to give them your information in order to bring a lawsuit. Right. So you're just kind of screwed. And to me, that's just
it's bad business.
It's bullshit.
It's bad business, in my opinion. I understand the desire to want to become compliant. There are positives, I feel, to having certain regulations. Do I think the government needs to be all in this? Absolutely not. But again, if we could find exchanges that find ways to validate in a different way, I really feel like that's going to make things different. And we won't need the government to come in and regulate everything. So we got to either regulate ourselves or we're going to be regulated.
Yeah. I mean, so we all know once the government gets their hands in things, they never let go. When there's money involved, the government's always going to get their hands into it. It's just a given. I just think what the exchange did was bullshit. Again, if you don't want those accounts on them, let them transfer their money to another exchange. But don't lock people out of their funds. That's their money. They earned it through the right of taking risk and investing in it. Probably a lot of these invested in it before crypto was big, so they took a big risk. They put their money in there. They grew it. It's their money. Let them freaking have it. And I can't even say anything more about that because I'm just going to get more and more pissed off. So that's definitely affecting the market. I think Korea's biggest cryptocurrency exchange bans trading in 11 countries. We do see this. We see the news a lot of times that comes out of Asia. It does affect the markets as a whole. Asia plays a very big role in the crypto, in the crypto sphere.
Absolutely.
And so, when we see this happen, definitely going to affect the market. And these are the things that's kind of all hitting at the same time.
And the thing is always when we're going to bed, I always say, okay, Asia's coming on and you'll see the markets change. So it's definitely a huge influence in the market.
Asia's coming on board. So, let's see what the market's going to do. So that affects it. What all the countries was, hold on, let me see if I can find the countries. North Korea, Bosnia, I can't even pronounce that one. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. Ethiopia, Syria, Iran,
Iraq,
Sri Lanka, Trinidad, Tobago,
and Tunisia, Vanuatu, and Yemen.
So they banned those.
What was your country that we slightly butchered? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. Again, does it have all that much relevancy? Maybe not, because some of these countries are,
Okay, so here we run again into the bad actor scenario, right? So you've got a lot of countries they've identified as having a exceptionally large population of bad actors. So
but the headline is what gets people.
Right.
People see
trading's
the headline.
Banned. We're all fucked.
Trading's banned. Korea's banning trading. Korea's crypto exchange bans trading, and then
Right.
people jump out.
Right.
Again, this is the FUD, and then people reacting to it without just taking a step back and saying, is this really going to affect things? You know,
If it leads,
if it bleeds, it leads.
Look at
That's the old
it
saying.
leads if it bleeds.
All right. The other thing, you know, EOS crashing Ethereum. So as Binance lists the EOS Tether, EOS dumped 300,000 Ethereum at that time, and so that's of course never really
it was
good.
around 6 o'clock London time that the big dump off happened.
Yeah,
so
it looks like Ethereum went down to about 492. God darn it! I wish I was awake at that time. I would have picked up some.
You know what they need. You know what they need, you guys. We should work on this. So, if there was a way to set an alarm that goes off, like an alert that comes through your phone, so it wakes you up, that would be kind of good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can set orders like that and everything, but it would have been nice, you know. I look at that, I'm like, man, and I had a hard time sleeping last night too. I was kind of up for a while.
I didn't know.
So I was up till almost about 4. I probably went to sleep like 30 minutes before this freaking happened.
So it's your fault.
So
what you're saying.
So I went to sleep, and that's what happened. My fault. So let's see. The other thing, Bitcoin price predictions. Let's see. Tom Lee basically saying Bitcoin will reach 25,000 in 2018, 125 by 2022. I believe this prediction's actually down. I think what's happening is some people, especially in TA, are starting to reset their predictions.
Based on things now, I mean, the trend lines pushed you to kind of go in that direction, right? So I do think the 25,000 by the end of the year, it could go either way. I mean, I would like to see the 25,000. That would be fabulous. I mean, here we are. It's going into June. That would put that at probably 6 months away. So
but we saw what Bitcoin and the market can do in a month. Last year, you know,
we're sitting at what now? I mean,
we're sitting at current price is 7,082.
Guess what, guys? We're on the way to the next support.
Yeah, we're probably going to go down to the next support level, but that's okay. You know, it's a good time to pick some up. And again, you know, we saw what the market can do. I would rather have a nice steady growth.
Correct.
Than have everybody FOMOing in 1 month. I think that hurt crypto because I think, you know, a lot of people jumped in, they FOMO'd in, and they feel like they got burned. And I don't know if we're going to see those investors again.
And I think if you watch the volume, there has definitely been some influxes. And I think that's people probably doing the rainy day pickup fund. That's what I'm going to start calling it because it's pouring currently. It's just if they were going to do it, and I'm going to say, now it's not a time to swap trade. So if you're looking to pick something up, it's a fiat buy, in my opinion. I wouldn't go ahead and sell something to buy something because I just don't see the point in that right now.
Yeah, I agree with that. If I was to invest right now, and what I would tell most anybody is if you want to invest right now with fiat, because if you sell one coin or token for the other one, more than likely you are down.
Right. And again, we're not financial advisors. These are strictly our opinions. But if you were putting aside some cash because maybe you're looking to make some investments, some aside cash, not your mortgage payment, not your food budget, not your car payment. Not the mortgage, not this time. But if you're looking to do some investments and you had put aside some money to do that, or if you have some aside money that you'd like to do something with that's not for savings or something later, then go ahead and invest now and make sure that you're investing in projects you've already vetted, that you already feel confident about, and that you were kind of eyeballing for a good point in time to purchase. Because this, in my opinion, is a great time to purchase. I think Ethereum right now is one of the ones to watch. It's in a good position right now to pick up. I don't know that it's hit its bottom just yet, but I do think that if you keep waiting for it, you're potentially.
Yeah, I just canceled the. I was gonna use the mortgage and buy some Ethereum.
I live with him.
Just
kidding. Send me some Bitcoin. I need help. No, I'm playing.
Send me some Bitcoin. I'm so scared.
I'm playing.
Yeah, so I would say personally right now, I would inject fiat in and not trade sideways.
Right.
Just because I don't see the point in this market right now of trading sideways. You're probably down. And unless a project's bad, unless a project's gone away.
Right. And we don't always know when a project is bad, right?
Right.
And we're going to go into something. I've got a cool thing I'd like to share with you guys at some point, because there's a project that looked really good and it was found to be a complete scam. And I'm going to revive it and I'm going to go through it with you guys. So I think that it will be a fun exercise in what to look for, because just because it looks good on the surface doesn't mean that it is. And there's a lot of keywords and buzz phrases and really amazing things people try to sell you. But if you start to find certain words and certain information, you can validate, in fact, that this seems fishy. So we're going to go over some of that, because we need to know what to kind of look for when we're making an intelligent decision. There are plenty of times I feel completely overwhelmed trying to understand some of this.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that you do too. So I think it would be wonderful to kind of dissect together one of these projects that was found to be an absolute shit factory.
Essentially. Yeah. So we'll take one of those scams and go through it and show the red flags. You know, this is a red flag here. This is a red flag here. This is a red flag here. Now, a lot of them, when you sit back and you look at it, you can tell, but hindsight's 20/20.
And I couldn't when I got into this game. I could not figure out for the life of me when they used 50 million buzzwords that all sounded really cool smashed together. I was like, okay, that sounds kind of good. But then when I dig into it, I'm like, oh, that doesn't make sense. Yeah. So
big warning sign. If there's not a team page, probably don't.
I respect people's right to anonymity. And if that's how you choose to do things, great. But guys, it doesn't seem like a smart move. I personally can't invest in something I have no realistic view of who's running it.
Yeah.
It's just stupid. It could be a whole team full of kindergarten kids. Oh, how would we know? How would we know? So
definitely. Those are the things that I think are affecting the market right now. There's a lot of bad news that came out. Like I said, most of it's FUD. It really doesn't affect anything other than the headlines. And help to spur fear.
Well, yeah.
And
what
get
gets people's attention? What are you going to click on? You're going to click on, and the market looks pretty stable today, or holy shit, everything's going to hell.
Right. You got two choices of what to put out there. People are trying to get they're trying to get the clicks, trying to get the leads. They want the traffic to their site.
Those that are coming in late, I'm letting you know we're giving away some more Ethereum. So we need you guys to like and subscribe, smash the bell, make sure to get your alerts and enter in your information so that we can put it in the comments.
Put a comment in with your wallet address. We'll run it. And
I'm thinking probably Wednesday.
Yeah, probably Wednesday.
Because we're halfway through the week. It's a short week. Why not spur it on with a nice Ethereum?
Get you over 100 days.
So $25 worth of Ethereum again for all of our fabulous subscribers. We love you so much. And every time we have the opportunity, we plan to give back to our community.
Yeah. So we're going to continue to do these on a pretty regular basis. Of course, while we have it in the market as well. If it goes to zero, I can't do anything. On the plus side,
I really do think that things will begin to turn around come mid-June.
I think mid-June.
I think that it'll continue a nice upward growth from that point on. But I don't know, like I said, that we've hit the bottom just yet. Hello, Francisco.
Hello. And again, we want a nice, steady climb.
Right. Moonshot's awesome in certain respects, but realistically, that is not a trend that's going to hold. So
so we want a nice, steady climb. So we want the market, we want it to go to, at this point we're at about 300 billion, I think. Let me take a look at the market real quick and see where we're sitting at. So we're at about 303. So, we want it to go to like 360 and then pull back to 340 and then to 4 and then pull back to, 380 and then to 450 and pull back to 420. And that's the type of growth that you want.
Right.
You really do.
Steady and over and growth.
The moonshot because
with nice stability. So you're looking for steps in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely. Nice to see you too.
So overall, the market It's not an exciting adventure right now. We have reached like that point in the roller coaster where we're starting our way down. So
yeah, definitely. I still think the market can hit $1 trillion by the end of the year. I do.
I
mean,
think
we
it's
hit
completely
800.
possible.
Yeah, we hit a little over 800 billion at the end of 2017. I still think $1 trillion is good. I know some people were calling 3 or 4. I don't think that's possible at all. Not this year.
Well,
I do think 2019 that's a possibility, but I'm focused on this year. This year, I still think the market can hit $1 trillion.
There's a couple of really good projects, but they're all relatively slated towards the end of the year anyway. So I'm really excited to see what the end of the year looks like. I think there's a ton of neat things coming down the pipe. I've seen some really nice exchanges that have some more securities in place and lots of things that I'm actually looking forward to. So I think once we get through this bloodbath, that will really start to have some nice recovery. But if you're looking, smart buys are good right now. So
also, we have I know we've mentioned this a couple times. We have an interview scheduled with IOST.
Yep.
We're probably going to be doing that interview on Thursday, so it will take a couple days after that to release it. But if any of y'all are invested in IOST or interested in
IOST,
leave us some questions in the comments, and we might be able to ask those questions to Jimmy.
A cool thing that we really liked about it, one of the reasons we're so excited about the project is because they have a great list of their team members, and the team members are graduates of some of the most prestigious schools. They have degrees that are, computer science degrees, masters, bachelors, some really good degrees in there. So
yeah. And we're also in talks with A-Chain to probably do an interview with them, and also in talks with Genesis Vision to probably do an interview with their CEO as well. I was talking to him today, and so those two also look good. So hopefully those will be coming out very shortly.
Yes.
We'll get the interviews lined up. Again, when we get them lined up, if y'all have any question for any of the ones that we're going to interview, let us know. And then we'll see if we can fit those questions in.
Give me your questions. Give me, what are you curious about? What do you really not understand? Admit it. It's okay. I don't understand some things about it. And it's okay if you don't either. Let us have the opportunity to ask on your behalf the important questions that you are dying to know about this market, about that particular company, about blockchain. And let us ask the people that know, so we can try to get you realistic answers.
I mean, the best answers come from
the horse's mouth.
From the executives, the CEOs. They're running the project. So that's why we like to do those interviews, because it's one thing to look at a project and kind of click around and see what you can find on Reddit. It's a totally different thing to be able to talk to the CEOs and say, hey, this is our questions for you. This is what we got. Tell us about your project. Tell us what it's doing.
And these guys are getting asked questions, and a lot of them are rinse and repeat questions. So I know I see after some of these interviews, there's questions that were not asked. So this is your opportunity to take the wheel and show us where you'd like us to go with these interviews. I'm really excited to do that.
Yeah. So I'm very excited about these interviews, and we're going to continue.
So we're talking about wanting to do an icon video because we have to run that by them. And if you're in the Telegram, feel free to ask, but I would love to do some, or do you want to just know some icon information currently? So we can do that too.
Yeah. And so what we're going to do is we're going to continue to reach out. We're going to do a mix of, wrong screen. We're going to do a mix of the ICOs and some of the larger projects. And so what we're going to do is continue to reach out to those executives for the larger projects that are already, I'd like to continue to get the ones that are in the top 100 and see, what interviews we can land with them, and just find out, where their project at, what's their roadblocks? Are they hitting any roadblocks right now?
Let's take a quick look at Icon. You're from Brazil. You are so welcome.
Cool. Let me jump onto here. Is it typing? Hold on. I got two systems here.
Are you going to bed, Francisco? It's really, really cool to have you on, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Trying to take a quick look. I'm not going to expect a lot of awesome stuff to share right now, just because where the market is. And
Have a nice night. Thanks so much.
Realistically,
sounds like, yeah. What we'll do is
we'll just go ahead
we'll
and
reach out to
comment on
Icon.
it. Yeah,
and we'll see if we can land an interview with them. Let's see where they
can't
at right
hurt
now.
to try. The worst they could do is say no.
Sorry, internet just kind of went slow. So Icon right now is at $2.23.
Bit of a downtrend.
Yeah, a bit of a downtrend.
Everything is.
We got a nice circulating supply, 387 million. So, not
and looking
huge.
at where they have been, when we reach recovery, it's completely
all-time
possible.
high was around $12. So, yeah, I mean, that's an easy 6X right there.
If you're looking to do something, I mean, it's one of the higher ones in a down market, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Traded on Binance, current volume right now is at 42 million. So they've got a nice volume on it. Market cap is $862 million. So yeah, they're in pretty good shape. Everything's on this bit of a downturn. Icon, where I would expect them to go next is, so they started out May. They were at about 477 at the beginning of May. That's an idea of, when the recovery happens, the next immediate step. So right now with Icon being at about $2.23, I would expect about a 2X return on this. If you jump in now, and once the market recovers, it'll probably hit that what was it at? 482 in the beginning of May. And so, yeah, Icon would be a good one to get maybe a 2X. Thanks for being with us
since Mandala. I really appreciate you. Don't forget to add in the comments your wallet. And
we're giving away some ETH. So make sure you comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and and leave your ETH address in there. We're gonna run that on Wednesday and see who wins. Love the Mandala interview. Was a great one.
You're welcome, Francisco. Good night.
Yeah, I really like Nate. I think he has a great project. I'm super psyched about Mandala.
It makes me wish the end of the year was closer. But
it makes me wish that
we had the ability to buy.
I had the ability to buy into it, because we're in America. So we can't jump into that one as
it's for your own good.
I did 1.5 ETH into Mandala. Dude.
Congratulations. I'm looking forward to you telling us how that worked out, because once we get the opportunity, we'll be working with that too.
I think Mandala's going to just freaking kill it. I do. If they're able to hit all the milestones that they have set, and they've been talking to Nate, it sounds like they're hitting them, and it sounds like they were kind of a little bit ahead of schedule. So all the feedback I got from him during our interview, and even just talking with him a little bit before and after, they've been doing a really good job at this. So everything I got was really positive. And the more people that I talked to about it, the more that they looked into it. Everybody that I showed Mandala to was just completely psyched about that project, because we need these next generation exchanges. We need exchanges that don't treat the customers like shit.
And it's just like any other market. When you're starting out, you have all of the power, right? So what is the big motivator to do something different? Well, the motivator is now other people have caught on to the problem. They hear what people are wanting, and they know that they're going to take away your customers. So
So I think Mandala can definitely be one of those projects that makes some of those other exchanges really, really nervous.
So, I mean, looking at the markets right now, our top market contenders are all kind of in the, lower end of what we've been seeing. But what are you thinking as far as where that's all going?
What do you mean?
You see like that whole, do you feel like the June thing is really, I really feel like
I think June will be a turner. I do feel positive about June. No, I think towards the end of June, I think June could be a positive turnaround. But then again, we all thought May was going to be a positive turnaround, and look what happened in May.
I didn't think it was going to really do a big pull up. I did think it would come up a little bit after consensus, probably, in that week and a half, 2 weeks. And it just, 18
million.
Yeah, that cap.
Exchange tokens do pretty well. Even Robinhood token is at 20 mil, and it's not even that good. Yeah, see, that's what I think Mandala is going to absolutely kill it, is getting in those. I mean, if I remember correctly, it's what, 7 cents? I want to say 7 cents. I'll have to look back at it again. But if you're able to go from 7
cents, hopefully bottom, we're gonna really
Yeah, I think we're oversold too. I think the next level of support is definitely either at 69 or 6,800. We blew through 7,200. I knew 7,200 would be a level of support once we drop below 78. I think 68, 69 is the next level. And can somebody share a mandala link?
Sure we can.
Yeah.
If we can, I'm sure Servant of None may beat us to it because honestly, yeah.
Mandala.
You can do this. I believe in you.
I see.
Yeah.
There we go.
I bet you we got beat.
We might have gotten beat, but that's okay. It's all right to have it in there twice. Here we go.
Yeah. Thank you.
There you go.
So yeah, look it over. Check out the team. We spoke to Mr. Flanders, really cool guy.
Watch the video I have on it. If you're interested in it, I do have a really good video. It is a little bit long because it's a full interview with Nate. I think we talked for about 40 minutes.
I love interviews like that.
And a lot of information.
You had a few that I thought were really cool, and this was one of them. And when you could just talk and talk, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, so that's the sort of things that we're looking to continue to line up. And like we said, in talks with Genesis Vision, in talks with A-Chain for videos from their executive teams. Gonna have the IOST. All these got too many symbols running through my head. IOST will be this week, and then we're going to see when Genesis Vision and A-Chain will line up, and then we're going to continue to reach out to some of these others. So if you guys have a project you want us to reach out to them, let us know
and share some questions because we are the voice of the people, and we want to bring the information you want to you.
Yeah.
So
definitely. All righty. Well, I mean, I think that's pretty much what we're going to cover for the night.
BioX route.
I'll take a look at that one real quick. I don't think they're on here right now. Yeah, I'll check into that. We're going to go ahead and probably call it a night right now. Remember, subscribe, like, put your wallet address in the comments. If you want to, you can share. I'm not making sharing a requirement in order to.
We're always happy when you do.
Always happy when you guys share. And we're going to continue to share the love back with you guys and do these ETH giveaways on a regular basis.
The yucky.
We got to get to 20,000 subscribers. And then we'll play that. What's
Bean Boozle.
The Bean Boozle game.
Yes, my stand-in ICO tokens are the Bean Boozle beans. Why do I use Bean Boozle beans? Because they all look the same on the outside. They all smell the same, and it's not until you get into the gooey center that you find the truth. So just to show you guys the pitfalls and positives, you just never know which one you're going to get. So always do your research and check out that gooey center.
It says it's scaling solutions for blockchains, works as open code miners, relies on blocks faster. That's cool. Cool. I do have a cool interview coming up tomorrow. We're interviewing a mining company that's using solar energy. So keep a lookout for that one. We're going to see, how that turns out. I do have some questions for them because I want to see how they're doing that. They say, they're going to have ongoing dividends. So, we'll see.
And in that project, I believe that they mentioned that if they do really well and with the solar, they could do little pieces and use that towards different remote locations.
Yeah, they were going to do some
power back towards villages or something of that nature.
Give back towards.
And I'm big on things that give back, and that's something that we hope to be able to start providing at some point as well. We are really big into giving back to the community and to the global economy. So
we'll do that interview tomorrow. It's not going to be released tomorrow. I'm recording it tomorrow with him.
But and then hopefully within the week.
Yeah, definitely this week it'll go out. I have two other interviews that I know of already lined up for this week. So we're going to have some more of those coming out as well. And we're going to continue to do the live chats as well. We're going to try and make this more regular basis.
Yes.
We do have kids and things like that.
About to be out,
and so some of it is a little bit of maneuvering. Okay, mom and dad have to go, and and we've got to shoot our video, and we got to have time for that.
Yes. We have a full-time job that we work, and we have our kids, and parenting for us is like the most important thing that we can do. So of course that's our priority, but we love you guys and we want to keep bringing you awesome content.
Yeah. We're probably going to try a couple different times too. We might try a live stream in the morning and one in the evening. And if they both work out really well, then we might look to see if we can bring content twice a day too. So we're going to try and ramp up the amount of content. We did get a brand new computer. So
how have you guys been liking the quality? Is it any better? Let us know. We're happy to hear about what your experience is like so we can improve.
Yeah, my old computer was just starting to just bog down on the video. The processor just couldn't take it anymore as I was doing more and more videos.
It was like a trip video. I was like moving and bad things were happening. It was not cool. So as we end tonight, make sure you have your toilet paper handy.
For the market.
This
is what the market's doing right now. It's in the shits.
Yes. So, make sure that you've got handy. I mean, this looks like, what is this, single ply? That's horrible. You need at least double ply for this market. So. All
right, everybody. We're going to call it a night. As always, trade responsibly. Thank you.